Welcome to webinar with Harnet och Jana, and this is a webinar about law of attraction, and we're going to talk about it like general terms and a few examples, and feel free to send us some questions and we will happily answer if we can.
I can see that we have 2 watchers, so
yes.
welcome.
Welcome.
Yeah, so we're going to start talking about law of attraction, and we're going to talk today about the 5 steps there is in the law of attraction. Try to explain it how we understand it. We are very inspired by Abraham Hicks and their teaching and the way they look at the law of attraction. So how do we see the law of attraction? Step 1.
Okay, step 1. Before that, I want to go back to the basics before the step 1. That law of attraction is everything you think, you get back, like one reflection from the persons you meet or situations you meet or occasions, whatever happens, it's a reflection what you have been thinking. So what you think, you get. So everything is an answer from divine life, universe, whatever you want to call it. And it's like gravity. It works. Even though you are not aware of it, conscious about it, it works all the time. You're not conscious about gravity and it works. So,
and you don't always understand how it works, but it still works.
Exactly. But when you get more aware, and you get more conscious and you decide that you want to feel good, you want to pick your thoughts, because you know the thought I think now creates my next hour or next moment, next week, next day. So you're going to begin to choose wisely your thoughts, your habits of thought, your beliefs.
Yeah.
What are you believing in?
You become a deliberate creator.
Exactly.
Instead of just creating by default, and that's how you can. The more you know about the law of attraction, the more you can be aware, more you can be a deliberate creator, and you can create the life that you want instead of just reacting to whatever is happening in your life.
And I think we all know that we react whatever happens. Or, oh, this came out of the blue, but it didn't came out of the blue. I was somehow part of it. Not creating the accident, but maybe I was feeling bad about something in a very long time. When I got kicked from the job, maybe I felt bad for the job a very long time. And the universe helped me to move on. So it's not out of the blue. We are part of it, every bit of it. And it's for me, it's a relief. It's like taking responsibility of my own life, my own creation, my own well-being. I can't blame anything anymore, and I don't want to, because it's so much better to know that, wow, I created this.
Yes,
it doesn't matter what it is.
No. For me as well, it's just and it makes you see life through other lenses, because you always you don't become the victim, but you become the one who are, okay, if I created this, how can I create something else? Or if I created something good, how can I create more, better of that thing? So it gives you another way of looking on life as well.
Yeah, exactly. And you don't see anybody else as a victim either.
Yeah.
So you don't pity anyone. You don't pity yourself, or no one who is in a situation that you may be pitying them and feel sad about them. But you're gonna see everybody. You're gonna see everybody as that they have a possibility to feel good, to create something else. We all have that choice.
Yeah.
And it begins with the thought. You choose your thought and you choose your actions, what happens, what you do.
And you choose what you focus on, and then you learn how important it is to focus on the positive things, because that's more of what you want to create.
Yeah.
And sometimes you struggle with it, and sometimes you don't. So and hopefully you can learn how to deal with that kind of thing. With that's what we're thinking about sharing, how you can if you feel that you have difficulties if you get stuck, we can talk about that.
Exactly. And there are so many tools, there are so many teachers, there are so many ways to do this. So feel free to just create your own way also. But we have workshops, and in our workshops we tell people, we teach people, we show them different
techniques,
tools, whatever. And what we have been using, we have been doing this, practicing this like many years. And
too many.
No, this is a never-ending story, and it's fun. It's beginning to be more fun than ever, because I can just be appreciative of everything that happens, and that's the fun part.
Yes.
So let's begin. Now. Step one.
Step one
is
you can start.
It's you are asking. Ask. And asking is, for somebody it's a prayer. For somebody it's like telling the universe, yourself, somebody else, I don't want that pizza, I don't want that house, I don't want that job, I don't want that partner. That's telling what you don't want. And when you tell what you don't want, you know what you do want. And the first step is like being aware of things you want, instead of describing all the time what you don't want, because that's a bad habit.
And it's the one that we are learned to focus on the negative. So we usually know what we want. We don't have the same language for the things that we want. We know that we want not to be alone, but we're not it doesn't come as easy to say, oh, I want a relationship, this kind of relationship, or I want we usually, because we are fear-based, we usually see what we do not want. And the universe does not hear the word no. So if you say, I don't want to be alone, you are going to be alone, because your focus is on being alone. But if you shift that and say, I want to be in a relationship, then your focus becomes the relationship, and you are more focused on having one than not having one, or the fear of not having one.
Because the universe hears only your focus, not your words. It doesn't matter what you say. Actually, it does matter how you feel. So even though I would tell, I would like to have a relationship, and inside me is, oh, I don't want that relationship, I hate those kind of guys, and I had a bad experience. And that's what universe is listened to
your vibration.
Exactly. Your emotions. So what you are pointing to with your flashlight, and your flashlight could be you pointing to the nose. I don't like that, I hate this, this is bad. Whatever you are judging, criticizing, you are carrying your story with you, your experiences. That's what your flashlight is focusing on.
And what you focus on grows. What you focus on grows.
Exactly. So what you want to grow, what do you want that grows in your life? Is it all that you hate, you are frustrated on, you are irritated in, whatever you hate, you afraid of? So that's the step one. Whatever you focus on is a prayer, is a desire, even though it doesn't feel like that. But it is. And universe is really there is no good and bad in universe. So if you are hating something, you're going to get more of that. Of course, you are like a magnet who is drawing to itself all the things I hate, or all the things I don't want that.
Because the universe doesn't think, is it wrong? Is it fair?
Good or bad?
Good? Is it negative? They just think, okay, you are irritated. Oh, we're going to give you something more to be irritated about. Oh, you are appreciated. Then we're going to give you more to be appreciated of. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't have any judgment. So it's not like you are wishing for something bad to happen, but your thought can be more focused on the what ifs and the catastrophe kind of way. So that's why it's but we're gonna go in deeper in that. But the step one, that asking, is something that happens natural to us. We do it all the time. It's never ending, Even if you have a house, you want a bigger house. If you have a relationship, you want to have a better relationship. If you're doing something good, you want to do better. So it's always evolving as you are. And there's nothing wrong of having desires. There's nothing wrong if you feel that it's, oh, I should be appreciative and shouldn't have anything more. There's nothing.
There's no limits.
There's no limit, because the universe believes in abundance, and we should have more and more and more and more. And there's no limits on how joyful you can be, or how happy you can be, or how fun experience you can have. So there is something judgmental that we people do for ourselves. So it's nothing that universe doesn't have. The universe is abundant in every way.
And as I told you, there's no limits in how much we can evolve as a persons, how much we can evolve our own life, how much we can evolve together in co-creation. So it's a never-ending story, and I think that's the fun part. It never ends. We can just fine-tune and fine-tune and fine-tune and create more, better, funnier.
And it happens naturally. If you are in a certain position in a job, when you are there, then you know what the next step is. So you don't have to worry much about, oh, I don't know what I want, or if I don't know if I want anything. That can be something, or that you feel that you I don't know. So if you don't have to worry about that the desire will end. No. If anybody worry about that, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I'm so grateful for everything.
But actually, life creates more wanting.
Yeah,
it's a natural thing. Like the children, first they crawl, then they want to walk, they want to run, they want to climb, they want to fly, they want this, they want to build. I mean, we are children of this life, children of this universe, and we are created to evolve in everything. So this is playground. Play with yourself, play with your thoughts, play with your desires. So enough for the step one. It was ask. And you ask even though you don't know it. You are asking all the time.
So instead of focusing on what you don't want, what you can do is focus on what you do want.
Exactly.
So instead of saying I don't want to be alone, say I want to be in a loving, caring relationship. Instead of saying I don't like my body, I don't feel comfortable in my body, you can say I want to see myself, or I want to be a strong and active person, or whatever your wish, your desire are. So try to shift that, instead of talking about what you don't want, that you talk about what you do want.
It's like describing things in a different way. And it's a habit. Until you make it to another habit to talk about. So the step 2 is it's given. So every desire we have, even if it's a conscious desire, unconscious desire, I don't want that or I want that, it's already in the make of universe. And
you don't wish for, you don't get the desire if it's not given to you. So if you say, I want to be in a loving relationship, even if you cannot see it coming your way, if you just feel it in your heart that that's what you want, the universe have gave it to you.
So it's not your it's not your task to know how it's going to come to you. Just leave it to universe, or when, or by whom. Universe works that out. You have to only trust that it's going to work out, and do some fun stuff that you like meanwhile.
To believe that it can be done.
Exactly. So if you are impatient, that means you don't trust. If you are doubting, can I get this? That shows that you have limiting beliefs. That are in the way, but it's there. Trust us when we say if you can't trust universe, exactly. Sometimes actually you can lean on somebody else's trust and faith. If you lack that and you are with a partner or friend who has that trust in that situation, for example, for travel or I don't know, something, and the other person has 100% trust, you can lean on that trust. Because everything is universe.
Yeah. Because people sometimes say that they don't believe it until they see it. So they have to see it manifesting and then they believe it works. But faith is about believing before you see it.
Exactly.
And the more you believe before you see it, the more the universe are open to give it to you, because they give it to someone who believes.
Yeah.
And some people believe without understanding that they believe. They have that kind of focus
Exactly.
that they think, oh, if I decide that I'm going to do something, I do it, and they do it. And it's because they have that belief that they can do it. It doesn't matter how the circumstances are, they still get what they have, they say that they're going to achieve and do it. So that's the thing that separate from things happening to you or not happening to you. And sometimes it happens when you are focusing on something else. So let's say you are focusing totally on work, and then the love of your life
exactly
happens. It's because you have taken away the focus from thinking about it, or thinking about that it, because if you're waiting for a call and you sit by the phone for it to call because you don't want to miss it, you don't want to go outside because maybe you're going to miss it. I'm talking about before cell phones, when you had the phone at home. But let's say that it's just a metaphor for how you just keep waiting and keep waiting and keep waiting, and nothing happens. And it's because through your action you have shown that you're not sure, you don't want to miss it, so you want to be aware of it all the time. But if you just go outside and you're having fun, and then the call will come to you.
Yeah. So there is ingredients here that if you are needy, what you want. You know, there are two kind of kids. One kid is like throwing tantrum, they throw themselves on the floor and screaming, I want that thing. And then that's a needy one. Oh, mom, please, can I get that? That's a needy. And if you have that approach, you tell the universe actually that you're not going to get it because your neediness is on the way. You are not relaxed and trusting. But you know the kids who are like, Mom, you know, I saw this one thing today and it would be so nice to have it and enjoy that and using it.
Yeah.
And of course, it's more fun to buy and give things to person who are already in appreciative mode.
Yeah, already happy and appreciative of what it is.
Exactly.
Yes.
And don't get disappointed even though they don't get it.
Yeah. So step 2 is just about the faith that you know that if you have desired something, it's going to come to you. The universe has already given it to you. So then we come into step 3, and that is allowing, because there is where we do it difficult for ourselves. Because if I know, okay, I believe, now I wished for this thing, and now I have to allow it to come to me.
You know, sometimes maybe you remember yourself saying this, that I want to go to that course, but I want to travel to that country, but I want to have that job, but the but is not this but another but.
Yeah.
The but is your
you're blocking.
Exactly. Yeah. Where you block the desire for coming to you. It's excuse not to have it. And the excuse is always a belief. You think for that there is not enough money, maybe you're too old, you are too young, you are not competent enough, you don't have the time. Whatever you believe is that following by the but.
Yeah.
So listen to yourself every time you want something and you say, but I want to travel 2 times this year, but I can't maybe do that.
Yeah, I can only afford once.
Exactly.
A year.
Yeah.
Or I want to have a relationship, but there is not good guys out there.
No, they aren't. Yes, they are.
Yeah. Or I want to. I think we can hear it, and I think that's also a key to be aware. Exactly. How are you talking? What is your beliefs? What do you say to? How is the conversation within yourself, but also with maybe your closest friends? Because that's the time maybe we talk without censoring ourselves. So how do you talk to your friends? What do you say? And
what do you complain? What do you criticize? What do you judge?
And do you have those beliefs? Because beliefs are just thoughts that we've been thinking over and over and over again, that it becomes the truth for us. So is it truth that you don't have any money at all? is it true that you don't have the time? Is it I think you can question all of those excuses that you make for not going out and wishing for. It's not making it, it's just wishing for. You can even, let's say if I can't afford to have 2 trips, can I dream about it? Some people don't allow themselves to even dream about it, or just to think it, and they're not even going.
I can tell you can have 5 trips during 5 months.
And let's say that and see how that feels. Are you, because it's all about how you shift your energy from thinking of lack to think of abundance.
Yes. So step 3 is learning how you raise your vibrations, how you raise yourself from being worried, afraid, frustrated, to being more hopeful, joyful, happy, glad. So here comes the tools in step 3 that you are deciding to begin to use and practice. Maybe you began to practice appreciation, meditation, mindfulness, and maybe you can use the tools like EFT, emotional freedom techniques, Byron Katie, the work.
If you have thoughts that always come back to you, so that's a tool so you can work those thoughts out, so you can be clear of a new way of thinking.
Exactly. And what Hannah told also, that one most important tool is, or strategy is, to listen to your own inner voice and the voice that comes out. What are you saying? What are you believing in? And change that to something more constructive.
Because if it's the law of attraction, nothing comes to you if it doesn't match you. You have to be attracted to, you can only attract what you already have. So how do you attract something that you physically don't have? Because you want a relationship, but how do you attract that when you are not in a relationship? And that is focusing on how it would feel if you have a relationship. So you can write down everything that you want, if it's the job, the place you want to live, the partner that you want to have, and then practice the feeling how it would feel to have it. Not how it would look like, but just how it will feel like. How would it feel if I was in a relationship? I would be happy, I would be content, I would be I don't know, I would be
excited,
I would be eager. So try to feel that, so in that way you become more matching with that feeling, so it can come to you much easier, because you have to practice of being in that vibration. It's not about having the relationship and then being happy. It's about being happy and the relationship come to you.
And this is about all the things in your life. You know, the old thing that in the weekend I'm gonna relax, then I'm gonna have fun next year, or when I'm going to retirement, and when I get that money, or when I get healthy, whatever. We postpone our happiness after a happening outside of ourselves.
And we think that condition is the one that's gonna give us. So it feels like I cannot be happy until I live in this place, or I cannot be happy until I have this job or this
before
income.
I have a baby.
We do it all the time. And the thing is that it's the other way around. And that's why appreciation is such a good tool, because when you appreciate what you have, and it could be anything, it could be that you are sleeping in your bed, that you have a bed to sleep on. I think you can find you can always find something to be appreciative about. And when you appreciate, the universe think, oh, you want more appreciation, so we're going to give you more to appreciate.
Of course, it's like if I buy you a gift and you appreciate that, and oh my God, I love this. Of course, I want to buy more gifts to you. But if you're just, okay, whatever. I was like, okay, I don't buy anything to you anymore.
Or if I would say, are you not going to give me my gift? Are you not going to give me my gift?
Exactly.
You do know that I want a gift. It's my birthday tomorrow.
Oh my God.
You want me to give it? And that's the way we talk to the universe. We talk, where is it? Where is my relationship? Where is my job? Where is my life? When is it going to happen to me? How come everybody else have it? How come that I feel jealous when everybody else have it? I want it to happen to me. But it's when you are feeling content within yourself, when you see that, aha, if it happens to my friend, that means instead of being jealous, I can feel, oh, if it happened to her, that means it can happen to me, and be happy for her. And that would create it to come to me much easier than if I would be feeling negative about it.
So listen to yourself and write down your beliefs. You could write down like, I would like a good whatever relationship, but, and then you just write down whatever you believe. I would like that work, but, and then you write down all the things that comes in your mind, because that's your beliefs, and you see those. When you see those, it's easier to change.
Yeah. When you are aware of it.
Exactly. So that was step 3. And step 4 is?
And step 4 is?
Yeah, it's getting better.
Yes.
At step 3. You are, in step 4, you are more committed. You create good habits. Like good habit is a appreciation habit every day.
Yes.
In the morning, in the evening. And it becomes like part of you, part of your attitude to be appreciative all the time for everything.
Yeah, you have more patience. You don't feel that you are want it to happen quickly, or you don't lose faith because it doesn't happen the way that you want it to happen. So you are much more in balance, I would say, and you're more grounded than you are.
Yeah, and you can meet the stressful moments from this place of contentment and calm and peacefulness. Of course, things happened, but you are meeting those with more understanding. So, okay, how should I think now? How should I do? What should I do? And that place gives you more creative solutions.
Yes. And you become more appreciative. Esther Hicks talks about contrast. So it's that you cannot. There's nothing more delicious than eating a meal if you've been than you when you are hungry. So if you are having all your meals all the time, and you never feel hungry, you don't really appreciate how it is to have a good meal. So that's you learn to appreciate that. So you see that even when it doesn't look good or it's something good with it. You can see the positive in that as well.
So contrast is all you call like problems or difficulties, blockings, whatever name you have for those pain in the ass people. So whatever you call, so whatever you call those things are contrast.
Yes.
It's nothing. It's not good or bad. It just is.
Yeah, it just
and
is.
It's about what you do with your thoughts and your actions when you meet these contrasts. So it's like step 4: create the habits of good things like meditation.
Know what makes you feel that you have balance in your life. Know what makes you feel good. Know yourself. What makes me happy? What kind of people take my energy, and what people give me energy? How can I create the life that gives more to me than that I feel that I'm drained or are taking that? And then try to find it. It could be a combination of things, and you have to find what it works for you and try to do that in a daily basis.
Yeah. So creating good habits is a key for step 4, and your commitment, your decision that I want to feel good no matter what. No matter who I'm meeting, no matter where I am, what situation I meet, I want to feel good.
Yes.
And that's also about being true to yourself. Do you like to be with these people, as like you took the example?
Yes.
No, why am I hanging with them? Do I feel good? No. Maybe I would feel better to be at home and read a book.
Yes.
Or go with another friend or go hiking, whatever. But that's how you be true to yourself. Begin to listen. What is your guidance? What is your heart telling you? What is your gut feeling telling you? when are you feeling good? And you know those situations. You know what makes you high. It could be music. It could be some company. It could be a good meal. It could be dancing. I don't know.
It could be resting.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's knowing about what makes you feel good and wanting and creating more of that, going to that direction that makes you feel good.
Yes. And then when you come to step 5, that is that you are back in step 1, that you feel that, oh, I thought I already created all this, but I feel the desire again. And even if you are in step 1, but you feel good about it, you don't feel that you cannot make it, you know how it, you know that this works and it's okay for you. So it's like you are really in the contrast. You do really feel a desire of that thing, and maybe not knowing that it's going to happen, but you feel okay because you know that you have faith in the process.
Exactly. It's because we have all these 5 steps every day. We could have them 1 hour. We are step 1. We are meeting a problem or stress situation, a contrast. And here we are again, frustrated for a second or minute or whatever. And then we bounce back to the step 5. Oh, I remember. This is a good thing. Everything is always working out for me. So we are bouncing back and forth between 1 and 5. It could be 3, it could be 4.
Yeah.
And we are doing this all the time until we are resting the step 5 more and more.
And the difference are before you are aware and after is when you are now in step 5, you don't judge yourself, you don't blame yourself, you don't get angry with yourself, but you just know, oh, okay, I'm here again, but I know how to get back. I know how to be this. I don't but maybe before you blame yourself, and you can be on a negative you can be very negative, but now it doesn't have to be. Even if it feels negative for a while, you come right back again, because you know you are centered in a different way, so you can be back on the positive.
It's like strengthening your resilience to
resilience.
all the things that happens. You can, like, of course things happens, and I can bounce to the 1 and hit the floor and say, oh my God. And then I remember, I wonder what this thing was. I thinking something? Maybe I was caught up in the thinking of negative thought, maybe too long. So I hit my toe. Or I mean, the contrast that I meet today are very, very small. Even they are not big or small, but just to describe the situation. So the contrast that I meet today, and maybe somebody else think they're big contrast, but I don't see that anyway anymore.
So that was the 5 steps that we talked about. If you have any questions, please send us, or if you have any thoughts or ideas, you can send that to us as well. So
just looking if there are questions. And
okay. So hello to Peter Rogo. Nice to meet you. My name is Peter. Hi, Peter. Do you have any question for us?
And while we're waiting, we could describe the emotional scale that is a good tool to know when we talk about law of attraction. So the paper here, pen.
So they talk about your emotional scale is the one that shows you where you are vibrationally. So if the highest vibration is joy, Abraham Hicks have this emotional scale is from where the highest vibration is and where the lowest vibration is. And that's why it is important because you always have your inner GPS where you know what you feel, and you have to learn to be in touch with those to know, it's
that's fun. Okay, so Here is 10 is joy.
It's the highest.
Yeah, and 0 is despair, and every emotion in between here. And often Abraham Hicks talk about 5. It's a very line. And if you have a thought about something just once and you are frustrated, you maybe are here. It doesn't create anything yet.
Yeah, it doesn't manifest to anything.
No.
So if I have a negative thoughts, but I only think it for 30 seconds, doesn't mean that it's gonna manifest. But if I have a negative thought and I think about it intensely for years and years and years and years, then it will manifest in my life.
So every emotion about every situation, every area of your life has an intensity about your health, about your car, about your work, your partner, your family,
financial, your physical, your mental,
about Monday,
all areas in life.
Exactly. And intensity is like how, as Hannah told you, how much are you thinking about it? If you think about every day, like every hour, it's quite intense.
Yes.
If it wakes emotions in you, like frustration, irritation, anger, it's quite intense. And this is where you manifest. This is a field of possibilities. And
you know people like that. You know people who are stuck maybe in anger, and they are angry for years and years and years. And some people who are bitter, or they don't come out of that emotion, even if that whatever happened to them that make them angry happened long time ago, but they still carry that emotion with them. And then even if it's nobody's harming them right now, but negative things keep happening to them.
Of course, they have more things to be angry about. So here are the person who is angry, and they drive around with a crappy car. They complain about the car. They hate it. They don't trust it that it works. They don't trust that they can sell it or whatever. But they want a new car. They want is here.
Yeah.
But what they think and feel is here.
Yeah.
So they're gonna manifest that the car breaks in the most horrible place. It's in junction, in the 8 o'clock in the morning, in the middle of the city.
Yeah.
Worst place, and they have to be in a meeting. And they have built up the emotion, intensity of the emotion.
Yeah.
And the car broke, of course. Or whatever happens.
Yeah.
But when you're here, I have a crappy car, but okay, this car has served me a lot. I have had the car like 5 years or 10 years. Oh, I remember how happy I was when I bought it. How happy times I had been traveling with it. And I wish somebody who is as happy and eager to buy it from me.
Yes.
And meanwhile, I like that car and that car and that car. Oh, you got a nice car. I love your car.
Yeah.
Can I drive it just once? And then you are making more intensity, momentum in that feeling. And one nice day, you have the car. And you don't have to know how.
Yeah.
Just focus on these good feeling thoughts about your present car or your present work, your present partner, your present situation, and you're keeping yourself in this line and creating the stuff, the possibilities that are here. So you can put yourself, if you write this down and draw this, and you put yourself, where am I when I'm thinking about my health?
Yes.
Where am I when I think about my body? Where am I when I think about my partner or my not having a relationship yet?
Yeah.
My single beingness.
Yeah, where am I vibrationally? Am I in the excitement, expectation, or am I in the angry, jealousy, despair? That can give you a hint on where you are. Or you can just look around in your life. I think you can see where you have more positive thoughts about things. Are you a kind of person who say, oh, I don't have to worry about money, it always work itself out? And probably it does. Or are you someone who are always worried and you always think about, oh, I can never make enough money, I always underpaid, or I'm never going to be able to afford this and this? And you are probably in that kind of situation. It's because if you have those beliefs, that is what manifests in your life. So you can see what kind of beliefs you have if you just take a look in your life.
Exactly.
What kind of life do you have?
Exactly. Or you can look the friends. Where are your friends?
Yes.
Are they complaining here? Guess what? It tells more about you than about your friends. Sorry.
Always come back to you. Never get away from that.
Exactly. No escape here.
No escape.
And that's why we told you to choose who you are with, that you can be your true self, because this is our true self. Our true self is to be in joy, having fun, feeling good, being content.
Yeah, because you can never be around people if there is nothing in you that feels that's match with them. So even if you're around negative people and you don't believe that you are negative, but there is something,
of course,
negative about you, to be able to have that relationship, or that relationship manifesting in your life.
Well, the universe is matching you with these negative people, because just saying that they are so negative
makes you negative. Yes.
Guess what? You are here. You are not here. Everything you criticize, you complain, you judge, you hate, you feel disappointed of, it's here. It's all here. When you're here, you don't need to talk about other people.
Yeah.
Otherwise, then, wow, how creative they are. I want to be that too. Yeah. How successful they are. I want to be that too. That's the only one you talk about people here.
Yeah. So your only job in life, if you want to simplify it very much, is to be in the higher scale of the emotional scale. So how can I be joyful? How can I be excited? How can I be eager? How can I be looking forward to things? And it doesn't matter how you get there. The most important thing is that you are there. So if you are there, and everything's going to work out for you, you just have to be there. But we make it the way that we think is that we have to have something to be there, or have to be that kind of way. And it's a paradox, because the more we think about it, the more that we wish for it, the more that we need it, the less it's going to happen to us. But if we just focus on here and now, if you just focus on being joyful, everything is going to come to us.
Yes. You know, the people, maybe yourself, are here. Oh, I want a partner. I go to match.com. I go to other dating sites.
I do everything.
I do everything to find, but they are all crappy.
Yeah.
They are all useless. They are this and that, and I hate those, and they remind me of my exes and whatever. And you are here complaining. So you are going to meet those crappy people. Yes. Of course. That's what you focus on. Or people who you don't trust, or what's your issue. And you know, people and yourself and me too, when I let go, when you let go, when they let go, I quit. I stop this. I have no energy to look after anyone anymore. So I give up. And when they give up in this
circumstance,
or this, for example, partner,
searching for a partner,
example, they're going to rise themselves, because they are going to focus maybe on their job, or maybe on their health, or whatever, and they relax in this issue.
Yeah.
And that's when they meet somebody.
Yeah. And I think that giving up doesn't mean that you give up the thought of you having it.
Desire. And you don't give up the desire.
Yeah.
Never.
Because sometimes you feel that if I don't think about it, if I don't do anything about it, that means that I am giving up the dream. And it's not giving up the dream.
No.
It's letting go of everything else that is hindering you from
receiving it.
Yeah, because if you are going on bad dates and you just talk about how bad they are, even if you have a good date, you wouldn't see it, because you're so focused on the bad things.
Exactly.
That if you are keeping, maybe if you're in the middle ground and you don't, it's okay, I'm going out to date, I'm doing whatever I can, and that makes you feel good, then keep doing it. But if you're going on dates and that makes you feel bad and more bad, it's better not to do anything at all, and just, maybe that is not working for you, so let that be, and do something else that makes you feel good. Maybe going out with a friend, and maybe when you're out with a friend you would meet somebody, but don't go out for meeting somebody, just go out for having fun. Exactly. And then things will happen naturally.
So have fun, that's the key.
Yeah.
And because if you are feeling bad about relationships and you go to speed dating and you, oh, this is an effort, this is my doing, you don't let the universe do it for you. I have to do it because otherwise I don't trust it come to me. I have to do it. We're like human doings. And guess what, when you do it like effort and you force by your willpower, you're gonna meet another one who is here down with you.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think you're gonna have so much fun. Sorry.
So look at your relationships before and see what kind of person you attracted and see where you were in your life. Because if you're in a negative place, you're gonna attract a negative person. So that's why you want to be as positive as possible when you meet somebody.
Feeling good as possible.
And the same goes
for everything.
For everything. So if you don't have a good, if you're not satisfied with where you are in career-wise and you change the job, you can change it, but if you still have those feelings, even if you change the job, the situation is gonna repeat itself. So you're gonna be having another job with more negative people. So it's not it's always you have to think about it, because we always want to blame it on somebody else, but it's you, boo. It always come back to you.
And it's not a blame.
It's not a blame. It's just
It's a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing.
But
so, so what I would do is, if you are, let's say, if you are going on dates, instead of coming back and calling your friends, oh my God, it was such a bad date, you can talk about, because everybody has something positive. So talk about that. He wasn't the man of my dreams, but he was.
And he has these qualities.
He have this quality. I would like to have somebody with those qualities and those qualities. So because even you attract the bad dates, the idiots or whatever, but you also attract the good things also. So you can see that instead. Focus on that instead of focusing on all the bad
examples.
Qualities that he had.
Swedish lesson. So if you are here, and as Harna told you, you can create a list what you want in your partner. Stop saying what you don't want. And see those qualities in your friends' relationships, in your parents' relationships, in the TV, in the movies. It doesn't matter. See those qualities. I want that qualities. See those qualities in your exes and write those down. That only matters, because what you focus on, you get more. So if you do a list, it could be about your work, your health, your outfit, your relationship. You make a list, and the more you make a list about positive aspects of one issue, the more you raise your vibration, and you're gonna find something that matches you, and it's more delightful to have these,
because you want to have a good feeling when you think about that. So if you feel, oh, I want to have a relationship, and every time you think about it you feel sad or hopeless or in despair, it's better not to think about it at all. Try to focus on other things. But if you can change it, so when you think about it you feel hopeful, then you should keep focusing on that.
So the fast track to here is meditation. Make it your habit. Meditate. There is tons of examples in internet, and we do in our workshops. We begin always with a meditation, so you can get a taste of it. And there are guided meditations, silent meditation. Nothing is wrong or right. You just meditate,
because you have to start. If your thoughts are all over the place, if you don't have any focus
at all. You mean all over the place, like dun, dun, dun. This is all over the place.
Every day, your mind doesn't rest. So what meditation or even appreciation, what gives you is that you stop for a minute and you think, and you become aware, and you are present in the here and now. So that what makes you, okay. So, and you feel that you have control over your mind. Your mind doesn't have control over you. You are aware of your thoughts. So you have to practice that, so you don't become sloppy with your thinking. And then you become, okay, what kind of thoughts do I want to think? What kind of energy do I want to take in? What kind of books do I want to read? What kind of people do I want to have? Because you become very careful with what kind of energy you want around you, and that energy go for everything.
And that's so fun because we are so selective and picky what we eat.
Yes.
So be selective and picky what you think, what you say, because all that is creating. If you say I am, that's the biggest creation ever. And what you put after that, I am strong, or I am so weak, I am so pathetic, or I am so eager, I am so content. Whatever you put after I am is creating. So the fast track, meditation and appreciation. So make a good habit about these two. And the science shows today, the more you appreciate, the more you meditate, the more you strengthen your brain. I mean, physically, literally, you strengthen your brain. And that increases your resilience to everything in your life, even diseases. So keep doing the good work. Start now or make it stronger, make it more.
Yeah. And you cannot, it doesn't matter if you end a relationship and start a new one, if you end your job and start a new one, if you move to another country, if you don't have contact with your family, if it's something inside of you, it's gonna show up. It doesn't matter where you are or how your surrounding looks like. If you feel lonely, you're going to be in a relationship and still feel lonely. Exactly. It's because you have that feeling inside of you. So you can make, and sometimes you have to have those experiences to feel, to come to that realization and
to gain clarity.
You have to get clarity. And sometimes we can do it in a joyful way, so we don't have to have those painful experiences, but sometimes we need that, and it's okay, because maybe you need that kind of experience to be clear about it. But whatever you do, you have to, it's nothing changes in the outside until it changed on the inside.
So if you're happy with your life right now, keep doing what you are doing. If you're not happy, maybe it's time to change something. And the change doesn't come that you have to change that outside of you. You have to change something inside of you. And that begins with the thoughts. And thoughts change the feelings and emotions. So it could be an example that we can change our emotion in a minute. So if you're sitting in a meeting and somebody's late, you could be angry, like, oh, he's always late, and why does he show that disrespect to us, and blah, 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 whatever talks we have in our head or in your mouth.
About that thing that is happening.
And maybe that person had an accident, or maybe somebody in his family got an accident, and it tells you that. And instantly you can change your feelings about that person or that happening. So you have plenty of examples in your life that you change your feeling in an instant
about something,
because you change how you see it, how you perceive it.
And it's never the experience itself, it's always the thought of the experience. So it's, if you can change your thought about something, you can change how you feel, the experience that you get as well. So but that's another talk.
So this is law of attraction. And we want to live it, we want to share it, we want to spread it, we want to show people that life is easier than we make it to be. I think you begin with the word that we make it more complicated. And yes, we do. The complication begins here because we think too much and we rely on our thoughts. That's true. I can see it my own eye. That's true. But do I want it to be my truth? No.
And we know what we want, and we want, and we know our truth. And it's about listening to our heart and listening to what does it feel like. If you just did what felt good, and not always what felt good in a short amount of time, because sometimes you can take the quick fix, and I'm not talking about that, the destructive kind, but sometimes that what you need to have that relief. But what I'm talking about, if we loved ourselves and we did what we know is good for us, we would have the good life. But because we came to planet Earth and we have a lot more to learn, we do it this way, the human way, and it's okay, because that is part of the journey.
And that's why EFT, emotional freedom techniques, is a very good tool, because it's like accepting what is. Like the work also by Byron Katie, it's accepting, okay, this is what it is.
Yeah.
And what do I want?
Yeah.
Do I want more of this? No, I want this. And then you just change your focus.
Yeah. Because you let go of whatever you were expecting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because if you focus on something that is, and you can't change it, you are creating more of that. And ask yourself, do I want more of that kind of friends, more of that kind of experience, work, stress, whatever you are having or experience right now? It's a result of an old thought. So what you thought previous week is resulting today, tomorrow, this week.
Yeah. And the way that when you are aware of the law of attraction and you become a deliberate creator, it means that you no longer just, it's not like life happens to you and you react to life. It's about knowing what life is going to be, and you are creating it. And when it comes, you feel appreciated of it. And then you know that, oh, I want to do this now, and I want to do this now. Not just that it happens to you and you feel like, oh my God, now I have to take care of this, and now I have to take care of this. And you just keep your life, and you don't
you're like in the water, and you're just floating
all the time, and you don't feel that you have control, and you keep asking yourself,
and why is this
why is this happening to me all the time? So this is like being aware, and the shift happens, and it's a very interesting way of life.
Exactly. So because you listen to this and you are part of it, that means that you are on the roll, and we can never go back in evolution. In our own evolution, we are always going forward, always. If we want or don't want, we are going forward. That's forward. Life.
And we are hoping that something that we said resonated with you, and we're going to keep doing those kind of things.
So please, if you want to send questions or thoughts about this afterwards, you are feel free. It's info@effortlessliving.com. And if you want to participate in our workshops, so feel free. We have those both in Swedish and English. And our podcast is in Swedish, sorry. But maybe we can do it like this, like hangouts, webinar. So
thank you for this conversation.
Yes,
and we're going to continue to do it. So hope to see you soon again.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye.